Welcome back. You're watching News Desk. I'm here for Business at One. My name is Kelley Boss. Now, I'll point you to the enterprise pullout today on the Bold Standard newspaper. And there's a story there on increasing the tax base by the government, where the government always has a big challenge in taxing small and medium enterprises and even smaller businesses. And so the irony there by this story by Graham Kajilwa is that the government is creating informal jobs where it's harder to tax, yet they want to tax that sector. Why not create an easier spot to tax in terms of creating, better jobs? But anyway, we start in Beijing, where the 14th National People's Congress, China's national legislature, held the closing meeting of its third session on Tuesday. Chinese President Xi Jinping and other leaders attended the meeting at the Great Hall of the People in Beijing. They just concluded two sessions not only opened up to the world about China's plan and its approach to global relations while boosting its economy, but also highlights several areas of possible alignment with Africa. Our reporter Brian Ngugi is in Beijing with more.
Chinese two sessions come to a close here in the Great Hall of the People in Beijing, China. A clear message has emerged. China is reaffirming its commitment to Africa and to Kenya. And as Western aid retreats, China is assuring Africa, you will not walk alone. Here are the details.
China-Africa relationship is now at its best in history. China has established strategic partnership with all African countries having diplomatic ties with it. The China-Africa community with a shared future has been elevated to an all-weather level.
The reassurance comes as Western nations cut aid and Kenya turns to China for support. With China being Kenya's largest bilateral creditor, Nairobi is looking to Beijing for help to complete key projects like the Mombasa-Nairobi standard gauge railway extension to Malaba.
In terms of the BRI cooperation, one issue is about interconnectivity through the trade. And trade and economic cooperation is prioritized. So in this year's the 5% GDP growth target, that will also create a lot of market opportunities for countries like Kenya, especially we know Kenya has a vision for its industrialization to have more value-added products export to the international market, to global markets for the competition, and to bring benefits for the entrepreneurs in Kenya.
Experts see China's renewed commitments as part of a strategic vision for Africa, inviting African investors to leverage growing opportunities in cities like Chongqing, known for technology, automotive, and artificial intelligence expertise.
So China's huge markets will pave the road, and the zero tariff policy to a lot of Kenya products will have a huge market impact. So now it is the time for Kenya's business community to seize the opportunity in China and to gain more benefit.
I am Brian Ngugi, reporting for KTN News in Beijing, China.
Now, globally, climate change has always been an issue, and the only way out of climate change is having an adaptable way of moving the economy. For example, the guys in the pastoralists try and, mix up keeping livestock with doing a little bit of agriculture on the ground, like doing crops. Now, what happens in the coastal region where they do fishing or they like the lakeside? Now, in coastal Kenya, a region long known for its maritime economy, the fisheries sector has sustained thousands of households. However, changing climate conditions have led to declining fish volumes and stronger ocean currents, making fishing increasingly difficult. In Gandawad, Malindi sub-county, a group of women who once relied on Indian Ocean for their livelihood are now turning to dairy farming. Led by Rehema Gona, this group of 15 women have found success in dairy farming, earning steady incomes far beyond fish vending. Levis Musumba explores how this venture is not only providing financial stability, but also improving nutrition for families in the small village.
At sunrise, Rehema Gona is already at work, crouched beside her cow, skillfully milking into a plastic pail. It is a routine she has come to embrace, replacing the daily struggle she once faced at the bustling ocean shore.
Sasa nilipopata hii ng'ombe, saa hii naona mambo yangu yanaendelea vizuri kwa sababu nilipata na saa hii nimezaa, ninakamua maziwa, ninauza, napata pesa za kunisaidia mimi pamoja na familia yangu. Sasa hapo nyuma nilikuwa maisha yangu yanaenda vibaya.
Just 2 years ago, she would have been jostling with the towering, salt-crusted fishermen, scrambling for a small share of the day's catch. But with the ocean becoming increasingly unreliable, Rehema and many other women sought a new path: dairy farming.
Naona faida yake kama nimekamua yale maziwa nikiuza. Sasa ile pesa ambayo unapata saa hii sio ile pesa ambayo nilikuwa napata kule nyuma.
Today, the salty sting of seawater has been replaced by the sweet scent of fresh milk. Thanks to the Kenya Marine Fisheries and Socio-Economic Development Project, KEM said, Rehema and 14 other women each received dairy cows.
Hapo nyuma nilikuwa watoto wangu wakifukuzwa kama ni shule huwa sina pesa ya kuweza kuwasaidia. On average, each cow produces between 15 to 20 liters of milk per day. At 70 shillings per liter, Rehema now earns up to 42,000 Kenyan shillings per month, a steady income that allows her to support her family and pay school fees for her children. A few kilometers away in the next village, Antonina Mary is another success story. Once a poultry farmer, Antonina has found stability in dairy farming. With a confident smile, she shares how switching to milk production has given her financial security and improved her family's well-being.
Kama hiyo siku ametoa kama 14 liters na hizo 14 liters zikiuzwa pengine kama it is not yani haiko kila wakati anatoa 14 but hiyo 14 to 10 kama unauza per month na unaweza pata pesa ukalipia mtoto shule pia ukafanyia mambo yako madogo yenye kama vile kununua chakula cha ng'ombe hiyo madawa pia.
With Kenya producing around 5.2 billion liters of milk annually, accounting to 10% of Africa's total milk supply and 35% of East African communities' production, according to Kenya Dairy Board's report of 2024, small-scale farmers like Antonina and Rehema are a crucial part of the sector.
Tuna hope huko mbele tutainuka zaidi kama tunaweza pata hiyo soko kwenye tunaweza uza hiyo 80 to 100 tunaweza faidika.
Beyond the financial gain, the KEMSED project is also investing in training and extension services, helping these women reduce production costs and improve their dairy management skills. This ensures their business remains profitable and sustainable in the long run. From fish to milk, these women have proven that resilience, adaptability, and the right investment can transform livelihoods. Levis Msumba, KTN.
Now, International Housing Solutions Kenya, a leading developer of green affordable housing across Africa, and KCB Bank Kenya have entered into a strategic partnership to accelerate the development of green affordable homes in Kenya. The partnership aims to provide, among others, banking products, debt financing to IHS to support the construction of affordable housing units and end user financing for home buyers to purchase the units.
Is to work to deliver over 3,000 units of affordable housing, green affordable housing within the next 3-4 years. And I think one of the things that we have been realizing over time is that we cannot deliver these products alone. And this business of ours is a business of collaboration. It's a business of partnerships. It's a business about engaging with stakeholders.
7 years ago, you would have to spend not less than 11 million shillings to just get a simple apartment. The prices for housing had and it was just going up and up and up. So when we talk about affordability and accessibility, this is it. This is actually a market correction that we are doing. We recognize our responsibility to enable more citizens to access safe, secure and affordable homes. To achieve this goal, we have taken a multifaceted approach to home ownership. At the heart of our strategy, and I think Ken did mention, sustainability is key.
Now, the National Building Code 2024 will streamline the construction industry by creating a regulatory platform, sustainability and scale-up standards in line with the new technology. Speaking during a sensitization forum in Nairobi, organized by the National Construction Authority of Kenya, stakeholders agreed to work together with the country government across the country to enforce implementation of the code by the start of May.
By mid-April, we should have covered the entire country. But then you see, this is the sensitization phase 1, and really it is just to give a teasing of the code. We're still going to work closely with the county governments, and even now, as you will see, we have here the chair of the national NGCDF, that is, and of course we're also going to cascade this, so that it's going to be parallel with the implementation.
The fact that we've been having an outdated building code also, you know, it really takes time in terms of officers, you know, making decisions on certain design aspects submitted by consultants. But I think with the new law in place, together with the building policy regulation which we are formulating, then the development control policy and the regulation bill, I believe the turnaround time should be 100%.
We have got trust staff, quantity surveyors and architects at the board who look at the technical viability of buildings before they are implemented. What we need to do after this is to ensure that they are also fully aware of what the code says.
Now, the government has announced plans to lower electricity costs by investing in low-cost power generation and improving infrastructure. Speaking at the dividend payout to the National Treasury handover ceremony, Cabinet Secretary of Treasury John Mbadi highlighted why the prices won't drop, that the prices won't drop overnight. Instead, progress is being made. Now, KenGen and KPLC now are turning a profit, are expected to reinvest in aging infrastructure to enhance efficiency.
On the prices, yes, if there is efficiency, effectiveness, and cost saving in state corporation and more particularly energy, then it should be passed to wananchi. Alex should confirm this, but I'm told the prices of energy, prices have come down.
One of the plants that we talked about, that KenGen is on the pipeline, Kamburu Sora, is going to be having battery energy storage. And most important is that it is going to be the lowest solar plant that we have in the country. So as we bring on board more generation that is lower in cost, we are going to progressively see the reduction of power throughout. So is it something that is going to happen overnight? No, but it's a cumulative journey that is going to ensure that Kenyans do enjoy that. And most important is, remember that we are also asking KPLC, Ketraco, to continuously invest in the aging infrastructure, to reinvest the profit that they are making.
Well, that story does it for Business at One, but I'll still point you back to the enterprise pullout, where there's a story by Marianne Muganda of how businesses are using TikTok Live to, reduce cost of doing marketing for their businesses. So you go live for around 3 hours, you get around 2 to 3 customers, but you go live early in the morning where there's not really customers walking in your shop. So you're getting customers outside of your customer base, which is a nice thing that is going on, at least for also young people who are leveraging online. So think about those for your businesses. And then you have to have 1,000 followers to get to TikTok Live. So you start slowly and get there. But that's it. I point you still to the enterprise pullout on our standard newspaper today. My name is Kelley Boss.